and welcome to my project, Redesigning Tabs, where I'll take you through my process of how I went from this to this at a high level and what the outcome was. This is a project I did for a company called Served Up, and what they do is they create industry standard hospitality software. So think bars and restaurants, orders and payments. And the feature I'm focusing on was called tabs. So like a bar tab, you stack up multiple orders and then pay in a lump sum at the end. It's worth noting that our clients loved this feature because it actually increased the spend per head. So the overview of this project, I was the only designer. I had 2 to 3 weeks to do this. The business goal was essentially to retain our multi-retail groups, our large clients, by solving their highly requested features around tabs. And to measure the success of this, we would gain their feedback with a beta release. So this is an overview of my design process. The first thing I did was run a product surgery. So I got all the key players into a Zoom call and asked lots of questions so that we could all understand what the business goal was, how we're going to measure success, what the client's problems are, etc. I then moved on to doing some task flows. What this did was help me understand the different scenarios that tabs was actually used in. I then moved on to the observation stage. This is where I went to a bar. I had a look at how the clients were using our tabs, and what this helped me do was test any assumptions we'd made in our product surgery and also discover more insights. I then moved on to a user story mapping stage where what I did was take all of the user stories we had and map them onto an impact versus effort matrix. What this helped me do was understand what to build next and what was the most effective thing to build. I then moved on to the conceptual stage where I explored a variety of different ways of solving these problems. And with this, there was a lot of trade-offs to consider. I then built a Figma prototype and tested it. This was to uncover any underlying UX issues. And then finally, we started releasing our features in beta and gaining feedback as we went. As we released our features in beta, the feedback that came through was really positive, and eventually we hit a marker where our multi-retail groups were very happy and to continue doing business with us. So the end result was a much more coherent layout and some more advanced functionality that saved the bar staff a ton of time, and the feedback was overwhelmingly positive.